Hello. We're back with another What Sold Wednesday. Hello. We just kind of picked out a few items to talk about. We're going to try to keep it quick.
Yeah, we decided not to do every one of them. We'll just do our highlights. Some of our highlights, maybe.
Yeah. You going to start us off?
I could do that. My first item is an LL Bean green cable knit cardigan sweater. That it was actually one I bought for me and wore it a while, and then I sold it for $22. So, hello, baby. Oh, what a beautiful animal!
Such a gorgeous
Oh,
creature.
her so special.
My first item I have to talk about is an antique Austrian porcelain floral vase. Probably got that for around $3. It's a little 8-inch vase, and sold that for $40.
That's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. My next item is a pink butterfly check rhinestone brooch. Beautiful. I have a ton of brooches and I got to sell some. This one was $16.99 and I probably paid $1 for it. I don't know. It's but it was real pretty, and I do love the brooches, the vintage ones, and so
Yeah.
makes it hard to sell them. But I don't wear them.
Yeah.
So you can't keep everything.
Very nostalgic for me, always going through those.
Yeah.
I also had, it was a vintage Spider-Man figure. It was the character Maximum Carnage. It was from 1994. Probably paid $1 for that and sold it for $12.50.
Very good. I have a Jellycat Scandoodle Owl, plush owl, and it was $19.99, and I probably paid $3 for it. He was real cute. I've been trying to stay away from those animals, stuffed animals, because
they just call us in, though.
Yeah, they do.
My next item is, it was a vintage mid-century modern monogrammed clear ice bucket. Had a letter C on it, I believe. We got that for probably $2 to $3. I guess that was at a garage sale this summer.
Do you have the tongs?
No.
Oh,
it didn't have the tongs.
I don't.
But sold that for $24. But yeah,
that's pretty darn good.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of my real good ones from this week. One of my favorites. It was a silk tunic dress, Piro. I guess it's Piro silk golden yellow tunic dress with embroidery. It looked like it was like something Indian from India would wear. And I bought it for $25 and I sold it for $250.
Oh,
so it was a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah. We like those.
The next one I have was just featured in our most recent video and had already sold. It's a Lights in the Night Christmas night light. It was a wreath, still in the box.
Yeah.
But I do think it was vintage. Just happened to still be in the package. I was going to check. I forgot to. I think it was $1.99. I could be wrong, but that sold for $18.
Yeah, that's fun when the ones you just barely have listed
feels so good.
Talked about. Yes, I have a couple of those too coming up. But my next thing is a Port & Co. Ultimate Hoodie Wyoming Cowboys, and it was $25, and I probably bought it for $3.
Very good. My next one, I think it was one of those things that I got out of one of those big mix toy bags. So it was a collectible surprise unicorn mermaid figure. Sold that for, it was $7.40, and like I said, it came out of a toy bag.
Yeah,
so,
where you got,
one of that I'm sure is probably already maybe a $5 toy bag,
and it adds up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I think I've already sold a few things out of it, so it's more than paid for itself by now.
Yeah. Well, this is one of the Christmas figurines I got the other day in Idaho. Yeah, a mini or it's not an ornament. That's my problem. I keep trying to call it an ornament. It's a
Glass figure.
it's just a
Figurine?
wooden. It's kind of like it's not even
Oh.
wooden. It's resin.
Oh, the ones
But
that are
it's a
made.
it's a Jim Shore mini Christmas Santa Claus mouse, and it's resin, and it was in the box, and it sold for $18.99, and I paid $2 for it.
Very good.
Yeah,
We like those.
yeah.
Let's see. My next one, I was trying to remember how much I paid for them. They came from a garage sale this summer, the one that we showed up to, and then they started pretty much giving everything to us for free.
One of our favorite garage sales.
So it was either very expensive or you could consider it one of our free items from that sale. But it was 2 cranberry Pyrex baking dishes,
Oh, yeah.
like casserole size, 2 different ones.
Mm-hmm.
Sold those for $15, and then either considered free or maybe $1 for those. So that's pretty good.
I bet they were fun to ship.
They weren't bad.
They weren't?
No.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. I had everything perfectly. It was like it was meant to be.
Very nice. My next items are a set of insulated wine tumblers by Hydro Flask, and they were $42. And I don't remember where I got them, as usual, but they probably were $5 or less.
My next one is one I don't know where it came from either. It's a vintage stainless steel covered butter dish, mid-century modern. I think it had a brass handle on it. And with a glass insert.
That's the good part.
Yeah. That was one, I think it was listed for $19, accepted a $12 offer, but I don't know, it was either good or it wasn't. Probably not.
Probably was all profit.
It was probably all profit.
I have a vintage Swingster World of Wearables red vest, and I love the vintage clothes, and anything Swingster usually does pretty good.
Swingster.
Probably from the 70s or
Sounds
so.
like it.
Yeah. And it sold for $25, and I'm sure I probably paid $3 for it here at our local place.
That's good. My next one is a Schleich tabby cat figure. It was a really small little gray cat, and it was probably another one from a toy bag, and it sold for $5. And those ones, it's just every little one adds up.
Yes. My next thing is vintage bark cloth fabric. It was 3 pieces. It was black background, and I described it as chinoiserie. Is that how you say that? Chinoiserie. Chinoiserie. Anyway, it sold for $99. I sent an offer out for it, and because it was like, I think I had it listed for $150, and bark cloth, so they got a deal, and I got a deal because I'm sure I didn't pay very much for it.
Right.
Yeah.
My next item I know I got for free from the book bin. It was a set of vintage. It was the Practical Handyman, volume 1 through 3. They were from the 60s. They were so cute. I loved looking through them at the little pictures of, I don't know, just all these little telling you how to fix things around the house.
Yes.
I probably would have liked to keep them if I had my own little library going. But yeah, got those for free, and they sold for $16.
That's what I love about the old recipe books that have all the pictures of the old dishes and stuff in them. And besides the very strange recipes that come out of them.
Very strange.
All the Jell-O recipes.
You don't think that Jell-O SpaghettiOs with hot dog.
All right. Well, so my next thing is a Holiday Traditions velvet stocking, Santa in the Chimney, and it was lent for $14, and I probably bought it for around $2.
No.
Yeah.
Next one I have is it was a vintage crushed turquoise cuff bracelet. I think it was stainless steel and brass with the little crushed turquoise in it. But the best part was the very
70s.
stylized 70s unicorn head.
Yes.
And I had no idea where to price that one. So I priced it kind of high with the idea that I could take an offer. So the price I took was $36, which was quite a bit less than what it was listed, but it was kind of around what I was maybe hoping to get. Probably paid about $5 for that one. So yeah.
And this was kind of a fun thing. It was the Eaton Company Limited 1901 catalog, but it was 1901, but it was a 1970 reprint. And it was $15, and I probably got it for $1 or less.
Very good. The next thing I have is it was a, I think, cut glass perfume bottle. Didn't have its stopper. It sold for $10.39. It was just I don't know, that big. And it was probably about $1.
I have a Wyoming Cowboys trucker hat, and it was $16, and I probably paid $2 for it. That's all I know about it, but I'm trying not to get no more trucker hats.
Right. I also sold, it was a vintage Generation 2 My Little Pony. It was a Pinkie Pie, but it was Valentine edition one.
Cute.
She was very cute. She had extra hearts all over her.
Aww.
Probably paid $1 for her, and she sold for 10.
I have an Atwood wide-brimmed hat, Southwestern style, low crown, sun garden hat, maybe a cowboy hat, I don't know. That I sold for $40, and I probably paid $2 for it.
My next one, I was going to look up, because we have it on video, how much I paid for it, but apparently I forgot to do that. It was the vintage glass bake casserole dish, the one with the turquoise fruit on it. I loved that one. It sold for $13, which is pretty comparable for the other ones that were listed. So I was happy with that, but I can't remember how much we paid for it. It was anywhere from $3 to $5. So not an incredible profit, but it was still fun.
Yeah, sometimes it's fun to just rescue stuff and get it to somebody that'll love it.
Yeah, it was one that I kind of wish that I could keep, but I just don't have the room for everything I want to keep.
Yeah, speaking of rescuing, this next item, it was a hand knit sweater that it was red and it had pink kind of Nordic design across the top of it. And it was $49, and I probably bought it for $3. But something that somebody's put all that time and energy into, it's nice to be able to get it to somebody that appreciates it.
Yeah.
So
I like that. Any sort of something that was very obviously someone's art. It always feels good to get it out of a thrift store and get it to someone who's going to appreciate it. Next one I have is it was a vintage black and white. It was a little tiny floral chintz mug. It was Wellsville, China. Is that how you say that? Chintz?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. You say Wellsville?
It's Wellsville.
Yeah. That's how you say Wellsville.
Oh! Get out of here.
Well, I didn't know what you were asking.
All of a sudden, it was one of those words that I'm like,
chintz.
Chintz. Chintz. When it's a word you've said so many times and all of a sudden it sounds just completely wrong. Anyway, it was probably $1 and sold that for $10. Like I said, it's quite a bit less than what I had it listed for, but for one sweet,
I know you're
sweet
giving
little
the deals.
tiny. I know this was part of the sale that I had going, and I finally did go in and end my sale, and then I restarted a new one at a lower percent very carefully hand selected everything that was in it, made sure that nothing was under, I think it was $15.99 or below was not part of the sale. And I made it a low enough percentage that if they were eligible for an offer, that it wasn't a ridiculous price this time.
Yeah.
So things aren't going as fast now. But I'm also not just handing things away.
Right. And so this was a fun item for me. It was a set of 4 rose malling Norwegian folk painting Christmas ornaments.
Ooh.
They're kind of the torpedo shape and beautiful, and they were hand painted, and they were $55. I don't have it wrote on here, but I'm pretty sure they were $55, and I'm sure I just paid, $5 or less for them.
Beautiful.
I kind of wanted to keep them because they were vintage ornaments. You know how that goes.
Next one I have, it was I think at this point I shouldn't really even need to say vintage in front of it, but I'm going to keep doing it.
Oh, sure.
It was a vintage ceramic pig head apron holder.
Yeah.
And it just almost looked like one of those animal mounts, but it was ceramic with haunting yellow eyes. But I loved it.
It kind of seemed like French.
A little, what
Like
is that?
they'd have
French
their French
farmhouse?
kitchen, yeah.
Yeah. No, I liked it. I probably would have hung it in my kitchen with those haunting eyes.
Yeah.
Probably paid $2 to $3 for it at our local thrift store, and it sold on an offer for $14.
Nice.
Yeah.
And this is another Jim Shore mini Christmas figurine, and this is a Santa Claus, and it sold for $18, and it was $2.
And this is also one of our
from this last trip.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very, very
I think
good.
I've sold 3 of them. I'm not sure.
Oh, didn't you only have 4?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I sold one today. But
Show
that's
off.
not on our list, is it? No.
Show off.
Yeah. That's me.
Next one I have is a set of 2 vintage cups and saucers. Yes. They were Palace by Songo, China. I think it's Songo. That's how you say it.
I always say Sango, but it could be Songo.
I feel like it's Songo.
I feel like it's Sango.
I feel like I'm right.
I feel like you feel like you're right.
It was from a pretty big lot of items that we got at an estate sale that we went to together and just combined all of our stuff.
Oh boy.
I think we paid about $40 to $50 for the lot, and like I said, a lot of other things in there, but these came out of it. They sold for $23. And I know we've sold other things from that. So
we've sold a lot of nice things.
Yeah.
And this was fun. I've had these for quite a while, and I didn't know if they were going to sell. But it was a lot of 150 Crown Royal purple bags. And they went for $70, and I'm sure I paid $5 or something for them. And I've seen people make beautiful quilts out of them.
The quilts, the crafts.
Yeah.
I knew someone that had a cape that was made out of
cape.
A cape.
Wow.
It was part of a Halloween costume that involved a crown and a cape.
Super whiskey.
Pretty sure it was more of a royalty thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next thing I have is it was a 1965 Parker Brothers automobile card game. I think it was called Touring. Sold that for $10. And that came from a pretty large kind of haul of items that we got from a garage sale that was by donation. And I know we got a lot of stuff there. I don't remember how much we spent, but that was $10. And
yeah, probably we got plenty of nice things, and it was nice. She was going on her trip
and making doing that to pay for it herself. I thought that was really great. So we did end up paying more for it than we typically would have, just for that reason. But I know we've certainly
made our money's worth.
Made our money back.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just a few of our items from the week.
A quickie.
It's just a very fast video that we
fast
grow up. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, I guess.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
She's
Okay.
going to give you kisses.
Oh, good. I was
for it.
hoping that maybe she would curl up and lay down.
She's going to be good. She promises.
Collectibles.
Goodbye.